Hey everybody, welcome to Bbqland, Hertfordshire's premier barbecue dealership. Today on the channel, my beautiful wife Hayley is going to cook an apple and pear crumble in the Traeger Timberline 850. Summer's over, winter is just around the corner, but that's no excuse to stop barbecuing. We've got some great deals on Traeger pellet grills at the minute with 10% off. All you got to do is use the code PELLET10. Now, let's pass you over to Hayley and she'll show you how to prepare this awesome meal.
Hey team, so today we're going to make a super simple apple and pear crumble on the Traeger. This is a perfect dish for those nights where the autumn's just starting to settle in, things are starting to get a bit colder and you want a nice warm yummy filling dessert, which is super easy to make. Stick it on the Traeger and forget all about it until it's time to chow down with a big lump of ice cream. So we've preheated the Traeger to 175 degrees Celsius, which is 350 Fahrenheit for those of our friends in America. And what we're going to start by doing is by making our crumble mixture that goes on the top. So I've got my trusty little stand mixer here. So in here I'm going to add 90 grams of rolled oats, not quick oats, you know, your normal old-fashioned oats. We've got 190 grams of plain or all-purpose flour. So I'm going to tip that in as well. Then we've got, I can smell this so good. We've got 150 grams of dark brown sugar mixed with 150 grams of white brown sugar. It's all the good stuff that's going in here, people. And if you're like me, when it comes to crumble, I want a lot of crumble. I don't want one of these little, you know, like loads of fruit and a little bit of oat on the top. I want a lot of crumble. So this is the best bit. We're going to add 225 grams of butter. Now we are using mousse maple butter today because this is actually Jack's favourite, but you can use any normal butter. So just going to chop it into like lumps so it gives it a bit of a head start when it gets in the mixer. Watch your fingers. These come in 150 gram tubs, so we're using about a tub and a half of mousse maple butter, but it's worth it. Jack will just have to sacrifice some of these toasts for our crumble. I'll move on to my spoon. There's so much mixture going on in here. This is going to make such a good crumble. I can't wait. Traeger smells good as well. I can smell the last cook on it. Last thing is a nice crack of salt, about half a teaspoon, or if you're like me, just as much as you can get in there. Just gives it that little bit of edge. Lovely. Then we're just going to switch our mixer onto a low speed and let it mix together. So what we're looking for is the consistency of about a pea size, so the butter's not going to crumble right down into that breadcrumb, but it's going to melt into the crumble. So we'll just give that a couple of minutes.
Crumble, crumble.
Crumble, crumble. Right, so we've given this a good whisk. Our brown sugar, flour, butter. Because we've used that mousse maple butter and the brown sugar, you can see it's gone like a nice big lump. So basically that's just going to be a nice caramelised, crunchy, crispy crumb on the top of our apple crumble. Very exciting stuff. So now on to the actual building of our crumble. So what we've done, I wouldn't dare do this on video because it would take forever, but what I've done is I have peeled and cored and cut up into chunks. We had 3 large apples and 3 large pears, which is about 1 kilogram of fruit there. And what we're going to add to this in our mixing bowl is the zest of 1 lemon, which Jack kindly zested for me earlier with his new zester. Give him a new toy and he get the jobs done. So we'll just add that zest, lovely. Perfect. And then we're going to add the juice of that lemon. Straight in the pot. Lovely. Then we've got 150 grams of white sugar going in. Just try and get that nice and equal. Lovely. Give the washing up to Jack. And now we're going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, which is going to give it that nice autumny flavour. Didn't work this time. I learnt the other day if I use half a teaspoon on some of these pots, they go in, not on this one. So where's our teaspoon? 1. 2. And then about 1/4 teaspoon or just a couple of dabs of nutmeg. There we go, comes out nice and slow, that one. We're just going to give it a little mix, try and get it all even. Oh, it looks so good. Just makes me think of Halloween, pumpkins, leaves falling down to the ground. Autumn's one of my favourite seasons. You can have your summer. It's too hot for me. Right. We're going to add these apples with our mixture into a seasoned cast iron pan, which are available from Bbqland. So add them into the bottom there. Make sure we get all that sugar in. Oh, this is massive. This would definitely feed a crowd. So that's one side. And now the best bit, if you ask me, we're just going to top it with our crumble. So you just want to make sure it goes over the top nice and even, so we haven't got any spots with more on than others, because that's not fair. Can you imagine if you got the bit with all the crumble? That wouldn't be on. Try and get it a bit even, Hayley. Honestly, it smells so good. All I can smell is brown sugar. So mousse maple butter, for those of you who haven't heard us plugging it before, because we absolutely adore it in the shack, is butter with a tiny little bit of maple in it. So it just gives that hint. It's lovely. Right, we've now topped our beautiful fruit, covered in sugar, covered in more sugar, even more sugar, loads of butter and some spices. We're going to put it into our preheated Traeger for about an hour and see what happens. See you in an hour. Okay, so our crumble's now been on the Traeger for about an hour, just over an hour. So we're going to have a little check on it. Safety first, gloves on. So if we lift the lid. Yeah, that looks lovely. So as you can see there, we've got some bubbling around the sides, a nice crispy top. That's ready to come out. Oh, it smells amazing. So we're just going to let that cool down a little bit, and then I'll get my tester out to give it a little try.
I literally get all the hard jobs. Time to taste the apple and pear crumble. Oh, so that top's nice and crispy. Wow. That is amazing. Top's nice and crispy. The apple and the pears have made a really, really sweet, like jammy consistency when they've all like cooked and gone to mush. That is amazing. That is going to finish off our meal amazingly. Wow. That was a pear and apple crumble cooked on the Traeger Timberline 850. An amazing dessert. Something really simple to do as well. Not many ingredients or processes, so give that a try at home. And big thank you to Hayley for showing us how to cook it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to check out Bbqland's website for all the products you saw featured in the video today. The cast iron is available at Bbqland, as well as the Traeger Timberline 850. And as I said, we've got some really good deals on Traegers at the minute, so please do check out the website, and we'll see you all again next week. Bye bye.